So here I am back at home again after an amazing holiday in Portocheli in Greece. I had one night in Athens, also in the Old Quarter. It was balmy. At night we ate in little restaurants, tables on the pavements. The beach, the water was divine. It had been extremely hot before I made it out there, but it had cooled down a little bit just as I got there. But I was still able to get myself a reasonable tan. It's amazing how quickly it fades. And of course, if there are any of you out there who are watching because you have got hair loss, it's an amazing thing to discover wearing hair, because it brings you out of yourself. It finishes off your look. It gives you a more rounded identity back. It takes away the sadness and the futility of trying to get dressed up when you don't have enough hair, when your scalp is actually on show and there is nothing more that you can do with your biological hair to disguise your hair loss. For all of those who are new subscribers, I don't know whether you're already hair wearers or whether you suffer with hair loss or whether you've just got a morbid curiosity about how a woman, a normal middle-aged woman suffering with alopecia, has been forced to find new and creative ways to deal with hair loss. This is the reality in this channel, the reality and the day-to-day challenges that a woman with hair loss meets. Going back several years, when I first started wearing hair, I bought my first wig. It was Mila by John Renault. I still have her, and the fibres have held up really nicely. But of course, you buy your first piece. It's a gateway drug into getting ever more styles. But now, of course, with the cost of living increasing, we are a little bit more careful about what we actually buy and look more closely at bang for buck. What's the quality of the piece? Are the fibres or the real hair going to last well? Is it good colour that you can integrate into your everyday life, the people that you already know, as well as new people that you're meeting? Even questions like, does it match well with the colours in my wardrobe, with the styles of clothing that I like to wear? There is play, of course, in changing up your style and your look when you wear hair, ladies. And for those of you who are still in the early process of recognizing the exciting potential of choosing your hairstyle, having what appears to be a natural, thick, healthy head of hair to top off every look for every occasion, you can choose the length and the colour on a daily basis. You can even change your hair up 2 or more times a day. I mean, I may want to wear this topper in that famous twist that I enjoy at the back, clipping it, tucking it in, of course, and clipping it to the sides. I'll just very quickly turn around to give you an idea of the look. I may decide to wear this for work or to go out shopping, but then later on in the evening, I want to get more of that messy look. I may get my curling wand and put on some nice beach waves or curl it slightly away from the face, either all over or just at the front. The possibilities are mouth-wateringly endless, and I am so happy that I took my courage in my hands and decided to start wearing helper hair. Introducing myself to my friends on this current holiday was the first time they'd ever seen me wearing additional hair, and I told them about my YouTube channel. They were able to take a look and to listen to my philosophy about it, and also to listen to the pain of hair loss, the feeling of losing part of myself in the process of shedding my hair. It's kind of like having your teeth or your fingernails just fall out. So much of your identity and your self-esteem and your sense of presence being fully there and available to have full relationships with other people disappears when your hair starts to fall out. So I was able to very quickly explain to them what brought me to hair wearing, how I feel about it, what my philosophy is. And they were able to see the transformations there on my YouTube channel. That was a great tool. It was a great tool to be able to just hand over without too much explaining, etc. Although every woman I've ever spoken to has been able to understand fully, either through personal experience or just being able to imagine what it was like to lose your hair. Our hair has been described as women as our crowning glory. And when that crowning glory is shed away, there is such a feeling of shame and stigma where you feel extremely vulnerable. You feel very open to ridicule and judgment from others, and you really cease to matter in so many ways, and you're so easily dismissed in so many ways. But believe me, when I go out now and I have beautiful, well-coloured hair that suits my complexion, it's not too long for my 55 years of age, and it's not too short, I can still wear it up. I can plait it. I can plait it to one side should I wish. Indeed, I can even wear it in a ponytail, which is something that I actually did on holiday because it was very hot. I just put a band in, I put it up in a ponytail, and it was really great. But now, of course, autumn is upon us. I've come away from that Mediterranean sun, and I'm very much aware of the seasons getting colder. If you're new to this channel, ladies, this is what I am dealing with. I have my mirror here in front of me. I've often said that I show my hair loss. You can see the difference in colour there because I wear my hair all the time, including to work. There would have been a time when I would have rather have chopped off my own head rather than shown my hair loss in public. Never mind actually having it on the internet for all and sundry to just take a casual look at. That's how much I have taken my power back. And now I'm able to play with my look and go with the seasons, because now that I'm back from my summer holiday, I feel that I have recharged my battery sufficiently. And I can feel that change and that crispness in the air. And this is what I love to do now. Yesterday, I went out with Steve. We didn't have very much on. It was a Sunday. We weren't seeing anybody, and we thought, let's just go for a little walk. There are some ancient standing stones as part of an ancient 5,000-year-old burial mound, not too far away. I wanted to go and see it, and then afterwards we went to have lunch at a lovely pub. It was called the Old Rectory, and I decided to change up my look and to not so much play with colour, but actually play with texture. I was feeling cozy. I had my jumper on, which I'm going to put on in a minute for you. I'd picked up some new eyewear, which I'd like to show you, and a nice refreshing lipstick. Let me put this piece on. See if you can recognize which one it is. Do you recognize her? Let me put my jumper on and I'll try and recreate my styling for yesterday. Okay, ladies, now this is the second style that I ever bought, hot on the heels of Mila. This is another John Renault. She is called Giselle and the colour is Caramel Ribbon. She has borne up so incredibly well. You can see she has a lot of fibres. Full monofilament cap. You can actually part her any way you want. And she has got a fabulous lace front. Okay, now I wanted to add a little bit of cozy texture to my look yesterday. I didn't want anything too prim and proper. I wanted a little bit of a messy, kind of cozy, autumnal, sexy look yesterday. I pulled out the hairs on the side because it makes that transition amazing. Just very simply straightened the hair and pulled it out. Right up to the temples. That's what I like to do. And I simply grabbed some of that hair, and I didn't want it to be too neat. Even at the top of the head here in this bouffant, and I am Madame Bouffant, that's my alternative name online. I just put her up like this, pulled some of my own hair out, just tidied up a little bit here around the cap because I didn't want the side of the cap to be visible. So what I do is I just pull a few of those fibres down and make sure that the cap is not visible here at the side. Now you can see at the top there, it's not particularly neat. It's kind of somewhat messy, and that's exactly how I liked it. So this particular jumper does like to flop over one shoulder, off one shoulder. And I really love that. As you can see, I've still got a little bit of some gold jewellery going on and some very discreet diamond looking studs. They really do have a really great sparkle to them. And I do love anything sparkly. As you can tell, I've stacked a couple of rings here. So this is quite an autumnal colour. I had some tonal trousers with this. And I decided to wear a number 7 colour called Cinnamon Spice with just an undertone, a hint of red to it. Divine. I'm so worried sometimes that some of these colours are disappearing that I make sure to buy multiples of them. As you can see, I've gone a little bit plummy with my nail polish, and I think there's nothing nicer for those nice autumn vibes than to invest in a nice large pair of sunglasses. There's something very kind of mysterious and glamorous and stylish about a really nice big pair of sunglasses for the autumn. This particular pair are Marc Jacobs, and they've got a lovely hexagonal shape, very 70s I thought. I love that look. I really love that look. They're the sort that go right from above your eyebrows all the way down to mid-cheek. And I just love that. With this kind of messy, wild, bouffant hair and this nice lipstick, I think that everything that I wanted to get from that autumn vibe and to create the textures and the deeper colours and the muted colours and a little bit of autumnal glamour, I think that I've actually achieved really well with this look. So this is actually how we went out yesterday, and I really did feel great. And I had no concerns about the realism of Giselle. I feel that she served me really beautifully well. Very easy also to get your sunglasses up on your head like that. It looks so tousled and kind of this effortless, sort of like you haven't really tried too hard, and it's so simple if you haven't had enough sleep or you've had a little bit too much to drink the night before, or if you just want to hide from the world for a while. And let's face it, we all do from time to time, to just pop these on and go incognito out into the world. And isn't this yellow gorgeous? I also bought myself a new pair of driving glasses because I'm going to be out and about, to be seen driving or walking. I wanted something very inconspicuous and mellow, that would suit anything really, any colour. I wanted it neutral and not too thick a frame. These are from Specsvers. They're Specsvers' own, a very classic style. I don't like lenses that are too small and too narrow. I like to have something quite big so that the frames don't get into my line of vision. I'm very happy with these. I think these are pretty great. So as far as my two reading glasses, these ones are Kylie Minogue. For some strange reason, I seem to be attracted to Kylie Minogue frames. I don't know why. These are very unusual. They're definitely not the sort of thing that I usually go for. Just experiment. Go for something a little bit different. And so I went for these. There's something very cozy about wearing reading glasses at home. You put them on to read your book, you've got the fire going, you might have a drink, maybe even a hot chocolate to hand. You put those glasses on and you get totally in the zone to focus on the story that you're reading. There's something ceremonial, isn't there, about putting on a pair of reading glasses that says, this moment is just for me. This next 30 minutes I'm going to be focusing on enjoying myself and allowing myself to get lost in this story. You know very well how I love vintage books from the 1900s to the 1940s. I love to get lost in that kind of thing. And I decided to go for a second pair of reading glasses. Quite a bright colour, I thought, but a delicious colour. Look at this purple. I think it's really nice sometimes to bring a pop of colour like that to your face. What do you think of this colour? It's a very bright purple, quite a vibrant purple, and I think actually it suits my my face and my skin tone very well. I'm very happy with it. I'm very excited about it actually. I do love it when I have my eye test and it's time to renew my glasses. And there are a couple of other things that I bought which I really wanted to share with you. Two of those things are new perfumes. So this one is Burberry Goddess, and it's a very sweet, warm, spicy, comforting kind of smell. When I was out in Greece, we would go out in the evening. It's not overwhelming, it's actually quite soft and feminine. And it has that smooth, spicy notes over the top, slightly floral notes as well. And I would wear it when we'd go out in the evening to dinner, and it was absolutely delicious. And then I also bought Giorgio Armani My Way. This one is very different. It's a much fresher, brighter smell. Very floral actually, with a little bit of citrusy tones as well. But all in all, the scent is very nicely rounded with a little bit of musk underneath too. So absolutely delighted with these. Now, I don't know about you guys. I know that perfumes are actually extremely expensive. Those two were very expensive. But there are some amazing dupes. I know that there are many dupes online, and I also know that Marks and Spencer's have been releasing some really good scents for a fraction of the cost, and I'm talking £10 a bottle. I must get myself down to Marks and Sparks and see what they've got. Seville by Noriko. For my autumn hair, I really want something that is going to give me those cozy vibes. And I want her to be versatile. This colour speaks to me so much. The dark, medium brown root is amazing, and the transition into this lighter macadamia, long-rooted, this macadamia colour is so well executed. There's no jarring lines here. One colour effortlessly and seamlessly blends into the next. But of course, for my autumn look, I want texture and atmosphere in the style that I have. And with the Noriko Permatease, you can get that in bucket loads. And because she is full of permatease all the way through, full of permatease, I can flip her to any side I want. She can be also beautifully worn up. And as I have said before, I don't want anything too neat and tidy. I want texture and mood and atmosphere in my autumn pieces. She gives it in bucket loads. I can also put up the rest as well in a nice messy updo. Yeah, my hair at the sides makes it all the more natural looking. And the Macadamia LR goes really nicely with this autumn shade I've chosen for myself, as well as with my autumn colour. You know, maroon is really in at the moment. I don't like to follow fashion too closely, because no sooner has it been introduced to everybody's going out to buy it, then suddenly it looks very dated and very overused. So maroon in nail polish is ideal. It's not a big investment. Although, to tell you the truth, I've always had my eye on a pair of maroon knee-high boots with a heel and a patent leather finish. That sort of thing gets my heart racing, and I can keep it for years. I can wear that maroon like a darker coloured neutral all through the autumn and winter months. I can wear her with a soft black, with cream or off-white, with chocolate browns, with greens. I'm definitely keeping an eye open for a pair of boots like that, and I really look forward to finding them. So really, you know, the warmness of the gold really comes through with this colour. It blends so nicely with those autumnal colours, those general colours, and you can certainly wear her a little bit more textured and messy, and she just gives so much, I think, in this autumn weather. These longer gold earrings, I think, I don't know, they've just got a lovely play with this colour. And even if I wanted to wear the sides slightly up and away from the face, like so, to just show off those gold earrings, it's a lovely, lovely thing to do. You know, I love that messy look. In the autumn, the wind is going to blow. It may even drizzle a little bit. Those glasses, that's very pleasing to me. It gives me a real sense of dress up, a sense of fun and adventure. I mean, going out like this is so different to what I actually look like. It's quite exciting and creative, and I feel glamorous, very glamorous like this. And you know, we are going into the last 3 months of the year pretty soon, and I feel that as the days get shorter and everything gets that little bit colder, I'm going to need something to make me feel motivated every day and inspired every day. And I do say this quite often, I do like to demonstrate to the world, I think, that playing with your look and continuing to be interested and motivated and excited to dress up and look very different to how you usually look, I think is a great tonic to those feelings of drudgery, I think, that start to come on in those middle-aged years, particularly once the effects of menopause start getting their claws into you. Some women don't suffer a lot with it, and some women suffer terribly with it. I suffer terribly with it. It's something that I can focus on that's actually positive, and if I can, you know, invest my time in that, I'm more than happy and more than grateful to do so. Yes, so here I am, ladies, back at home, trying to be mindful and purposeful, I think, in these months to see us through to the end of the year. It only seems like 5 minutes ago that I was making that first video in January. How the time has gone. So much has happened this year. There is something I plan on doing if I can get my head straight. I'd love to do Vlogtober. That is vlogging little vlogs every day all through October. That's something I've always wanted to do, and I don't see why I shouldn't do it. I'm certainly not going to let all of those feelings of uncertainty or insecurity get in my way. If I don't do it now, when will I do it after all? So I am planning on doing Vlogtober this year, and I hope to have your support. I hope you'll be interested in it. It'll be very much about life with a sprinkling of hair, or perhaps the other way around. And really, October is one of my favorite months of the year. It's a lovely month to vlog every day. I will see you next time.